Anime the adaptation of visual novels, light novels, and manga. That said, anime adaptations do not carry the same purpose. While anime can in fact illustrate a story, it is foolish to judge all anime by the same standards, since they all carry in different nuances of marketing brought forth by different factors. Anime, for the most part, it's at its core advertisement of the story in question, which the author makes their utmost gains. To this you'd think, just what do you mean? How is anime categorized? First, let's start with the 4 factors: budget allocation, TV slot and booking, marketing, source length, and popularity. These factors play heavily into format. There are 2 strains of formats with 2 subcategories, each individually, that play into depiction and are as follows. 1. 12 episode format. This format has 2 subcategories and is commonly used for messages or summary of extremely long sources. And here they are. 8. Summary format. This format is commonly used for harem/ecchi-like adaptations, which constitutes of multiple heroines with different personalities, all circling or just one love interest. Romance is always a secondary to third genre, and its stories are ungodly long. These adaptations are nuanced as highlights, delivering plot hooks with not much elaboration to guide people to the source, as well as pleasing the fans seeing their favorite heroines animated and shown in different sexual ways, commonly known as fanservice. Its purpose is not to tell you a story, but to highlight to you its foundation and its premise, alongside the artistry of each heroine. There are also some that are and aren't ecchi/harem, the ones that do tell stories, but they tend to have short arcs which can easily be adapted to individual seasons. Rare, but they do exist. Mostly, 12 episode format will always be a summary format. Examples: Rosary Vampire, Chaos Head, Makenki. Other examples, for the ones that do tell stories: House Slaying Ultimate, High School D&D. B. Past premise format. This version is quite basic and relies on having specific points, emotions, or scenarios come across, depicted, with the whole base requirement of you to go past the premise on which the anime itself is hinging, meaning that the premise it will not be elaborated upon, since it's not important, and the viewer does not need quality of a story, but basically is to get a certain message across, whereas there is a point. Examples would be Angel Beats or Erase, commonly known as Bokumachi. 2. 24 episode format. This format tends to be a full adaptation to a certain degree, if not at the entire source, in one go. It all depends on the length, and comes as the follows. A. Trimmed format. This format adapts a portion of the entire source by trimming corners, just leaving what's crucial to the adaptation. Examples: Steins Gate, Gothic, Toradora, and Shiki. B. Dual core format. This format is usually trimmed format, but split into 2 sections, 2 individual seasons, for the purpose of buying time or waiting for sources to finish. Most of the time they end up being not enough booking regarding the episodes they need to air. Sometimes this is needed to buy time for different projects they're currently working on. Examples are Gakusin Toshi Asterisk, Shimemao no Testament, and Gate. Knowing all of this, I developed a certain disdain towards or my anime list reviewers, YouTubers, and half the anime community, for pretending to always rant and talk like if they know what they're talking about. Hopefully with this knowledge you will too, since I consider them to be the worst kind of cancers that plague the anime community. If you believe that I simplify this a little too much, here's a quote for you. If you cannot explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough, by Albert Einstein. Whenever I see a reviewer trying to judge a summary format and pins it towards as a comparison towards the trim format, I cringe very hard. Tell me, how many of these people have you seen around online calling themselves YouTubers, reviewing animes the wrong way, speaking nonsense? All their words add up to zero, and mostly ends up being word salad. Inspirational quotes that I use for this system are two by the same guy, Albert Einstein. The first one, everyone is a genius, but if you judge a fish for its ability to climb trees, it would live its whole life believing that it's stupid. Second, education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. Now, everybody, how many fishes have you guys judged for its ability to climb trees? Just think about that and write something I may have missed right on the comment section.